Are you in love with your Christmas cake? Even though it's not actual Christmas cake. Look, darling, you've pouched lots. You have. I know, winky winky. Oh!
There he goes.
Oh, it's all because you don't want to give it up. You're worried you're not going to get to keep it, which is really odd because you get to keep everything that's given to you. And you want your ball. So you're pouching it, aren't you? Because you just don't want to miss out on it. Oh, mate, seriously. No.
Yeah, it's in. Got it in. Got it in, Mum. I'm trying to work it down. Got it in.
You're right. Have you bitten off more than you can chew?
You've got 2 large pieces in there, haven't you?
Take it out.
It's all right, Mum. I'll fit it off. I've fitted it.
Dude. Hiya, and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 17.
Yay!
Now then, the icing says that means 8 days to go.
8 days to go. We've got 8 days to go. Just over a week. 8 days to go.
Usually, decorations have been up a good portion of time. Everything's done. Normally, okay, I haven't done cards for the last few years, as we said in the prior video. But I'd normally have wrapped the presents by now as well. Nothing. I'm not.
You'd wrap some presents.
Yeah.
Well, now you'd have wrapped.
Darren put up our. I keep wanting to call it a wreath. Why is it at Christmas? A wreath is something that's really pretty and exciting. Any other time of the year,
it's depressing.
It's depressing. So really, they needed a different word for it. But yeah.
Right.
Garland was the word I was after.
Garland. Yes. Right.
So without further ado, I do.
Is it do?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
God, this is a good start. Couldn't open the thing. Right, what day are we on? 17.
17. That says to the go.
There it is. Yeah. Trying to fool me by having it 17 days to go and 8 days to go. Yep, which means Darren changed the icing for me last night.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're back on the Deerdolls.
We are back on the Deerdoll ones. Bear with.
Right.
I'll just get rid of this out of the way so we can enjoy 8 days to go. Okay, I know you might come. Right.
Hey.
Yay. Did it.
You did it.
Oh, I say. Oh, I suppose my wish comes true in a way.
What?
It's a diabetic friendly
Candy cane.
candy cane that I
Can't open.
can't open. No.
We do.
No, I'm not going to let it beat me.
Really?
It's
So we don't want this thing to go on for hours.
No, but it's not like you can run out of tape these days.
No. I've only got about 100 and some odd gig on it.
Ooh. Ah. Oh, they're so cute. I was just complaining about a wreath being sounding morbid. Oh, here we go.
Here we go again. Happy as can be.
Ow. See, I think I've just done what I did the last time, which is poke a hole where it shouldn't be going. Oh, stop arguing with me. There we go.
Yep.
Didn't actually take as long as I thought it was going to be fair.
Yeah.
Now Darren's going to tell me they're on the wrong way around, but I don't
Oh,
care.
that way? No, they're both facing the same way, so I don't know.
Oh, well,
and the open bits is towards the front of your face, so it is the right way around.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Ignore my hair. I'll be honest with you, I haven't put my bun bead thing in yet because me and my hair had a falling out this morning. It keeps falling out and knotting, and I'm not very happy with it. So We decided on not having the argument and just ignoring it.
There we go. Da 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 da.
Yay! Right, so day 17.
Oh, yep, found
I'm all
it.
excited. Oh, no. Oh, look, it's a funky one.
It's a little one.
guys.
It can't have anything much large in there. I wouldn't have thought.
I don't know.
Well, it's not gonna have a. It's not gonna have a
I've got to work
a bath bomb.
how it opens.
It's gonna be the back end, isn't it? Well, it's not gonna be that end, is it? Because that's a little end. It's gonna be there, isn't it? Oh no, there.
Told you. Right. Let us slip it out.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun to put back in, isn't it? Dun, 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 dun.
Is it a rollerboardy?
It is. It's. I wonder if that'll fit my Deluminator as a replacement one.
Doesn't make any difference. You ain't used it yet.
I have. Deluminator one I've used. Oh yeah, it's bergamot. I love that.
Okay. Rollable fragrance.
The cap is a really cool purple Capri's colour. Oh, that's lovely.
Roll on to pulse points.
Yeah, that's right. Which is, if you don't know, which I'm sure you
There,
do, is
there,
there,
and
and I sometimes put it behind my knees, or I used to.
Knees? Yeah. No. It goes on the wrist.
Yeah,
So when a woman slaps a bloke, she goes, "Oh, Chanel."
Oh, so it's the nuzzling into the neck jobby that does the other bit, is it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Fair enough. You'd know all about nuzzling into necks.
What?
Yesterday.
Oh, hide.
It's not what you think.
No.
I assure you. But it was
Victor. Victor was
gorgeous.
Victor was nuzzling into my beard.
He gets very passionate sometimes, does our Victory. And he'd been snuggling with me for quite a while. And he wanted his dada, or yes, as we call him.
Yes.
And he went over to him and he snuggled right into his neck. It's lovely. He is so gorgeous.
Right. Hairwick Advent calendar.
I always think of him as my chunky 2-year-old, Victory. Of course, in reality, I don't know how old he'd be. But yeah, like hamster years obviously are a lot different to human ones. Why can I not find you? Why
are you looking for 17?
I am.
Yeah, good.
I found 16 and 18. That's a lot of use, isn't it? Oh, for heaven's sake. I think I'm finding every number, but...
Heavens to Betsy. Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Yes, I do use that saying quite a few
Heavens
times.
to Betsy.
I found it. It don't want to come out, but I have found it. Yes, well aware my nails need doing still.
Yeah, don't mind.
I know, thank you. That is lovely, that one. That one is
Winter Wonderland
scent. I am determined.
So that one now. You can see it on there.
Now,
got a beard imprint in one of them. Yeah, I've got a beard imprint on that bit.
He used my saffron green one. Emerald green, I think it's called.
Yeah, three or four
go on
times.
Really thin, but honestly, they really do last. The ones I had on the green and the red sparkly. The red sparkly was Rimmel, which is good coverage. So I can have the thing.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what the green one was, but it was just a non-plus make.
Yeah.
But the saffron ones I find last really well.
Yeah. They're a bit like spray paint. They can't look at
Well, it reminds me of, do you remember like those plastic raincoats you used to get, where they were see-through, but you sort of looked like you were covered in a in a glow of colour, because it was they were coloured, but they weren't solid colour. They were sort of see-through colour.
No, I remember the ponchos.
That's what they go on like.
Ponchos, you got like parks and bits. Oh, it's pink. No, it's not that one, because that was Snow Fairy, which was bubblegum. We've already had the bubblegum.
It smells like a strawberry shortcake. It's not strawberry, but it's...
It could be. It's going to have to be the bubblegum, isn't it?
It's not bubblegum.
There isn't another pink one.
Well, it's got to be bubblegum then.
There isn't another pink one.
That is a really pale pink, isn't it?
Yeah, so there isn't another one.
Would it be Myrrh and Tonka? Because that's sort of like a pinky white.
No, oh no, that's...
Or Snowberry and Mistletoe.
Oh, that's...
It's guess your own, isn't it? I mean, it's dealer's choice when it comes to
It reminds me of something, but I can't think what. Oh.
Would you say it's dark forest, berries and apple with mistletoe blends and wooded musks? An opulent aroma of myrrh, almond, vanilla and tonka bean.
I don't know what tonka bean smells like.
No, I haven't got a clue. Please let us know if you are aware.
Don't know.
Because I never remember to look up a tonka.
Tonka, I've looked it up.
I've put the candle up. Look, I tell you, today I'm not with it.
I've looked up tonka beans. They look a bit like coffee beans or chocolate beans or cocoa.
Then you know I do like a nice coffee chocolate, and you don't get them very often now.
Nope. Yay.
Mind you, lime barrels used to be big in the 60s.
What?
One of the Quality Street ones, I think they were all roses. I've never tried. I mean, it was before I was born, but right. Yeah, we're doing this one again, people. We are putting you through the complete indifference that is coloured candles that smell of wax.
That is starlights.
Yeah. Tea lights. Oh.
That's
gingerbread, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just better smell some gingerbread on it.
Yeah, it's, I mean, really, honestly, I'm keeping up with this because basically I will show you the big one. And
that's what she said.
I want everybody to put in a guess of whether or not they think it'll smell of anything. Right.
Merry Xmas to you. Happy Xmas to you.
You only do that because Lottie Bean likes it.
I do it because I keep thinking I'm going to think of something else to put in there. But I don't think of anything before I actually start singing it. So
well, at least
I have to come up with a word. Yeah.
Not like yesterday.
That's what she said.
Terrible, isn't it? Mind you, I must admit, it's better to have a laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, now don't go through to number 5. No. Right. I'm going to get you. And your little candle too. Right, there we go. Do you know, that's left me out of puff. Right.
You'd better watch out. It says.
We'll try and open it. It looks like a nice butter toffee.
So it looks like a bit of fudge, actually. That smells like it, what looks of it.
Oh, you can smell different type. There's a slight note of vanilla in the back of that as well.
Caramelly.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, and gingerbread. Would you say gingerbread?
Not gingerbread. No, it's sweetie. It's sweetier more than that.
It's got to be like what about cinnamon, nutmeg?
Cinnamon. Sort of bit. That's nice.
See, while our oven's not working in the main pot, I can't do my gingerbread houses this year.
Yeah, like you did last year.
I couldn't do
and the year before.
Year, or the year before. This one I had actually, I won. But I did make some poppies a few years back.
Poppy cake? Poppy biscuits you made?
I made poppy biscuits and
I
did a poppy birthday cake because my mum asked me to for someone, and
you did another one.
Actually, he wasn't. He came in. She got the day wrong.
I was right because it went up for raffle instead, didn't it?
No way of so we put it up for raffle and made some money for the poppy appeal. which was great fun. Right, you know what this means, don't you?
It's hamster time.
It's hamster time.
Stop! Hamster time.
Right, and we are back with the Eris Budicus. He's not very pleased with me because I had to remove something behind his ear.
Yeah. He'd saved a poo for later.
He'd saved a poo for later. It was disgusting. Right. Oh, do prelich? I don't know. Oh, don't do his MC hammer. Right. Yeah, he really didn't want to give up that poo, did he?
Nope. No.
I've traumatised my hamster by removing poo from behind his ear.
Yeah, he looks really traumatised, don't he, mate?
He's grounding himself on his table. He loves the table and he loves the smell of the fleece because it smells like his sister.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So,
you know what's next?
Putting him back where he likes to go best in the world, which is his bally.
Yep. And Sherlock time, which means Darren gets to sit down.
Sorry. Right. Clear-cut crime. Now then, both of us thought the same thing, that it could only be one thing, which is The Apprentice, because...
Yeah, so the glass is sugar glass.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was quite obvious from the bit of sugar glass. But because like he chewed it in his mouth and spat out smaller bits. So it was sugar glass. The only person who could get away with changing it is the apprentice. Why, we don't know. But because he's still only an apprentice. It's not like he can take the place over. But but he's the only one who could actually get away with it because he could carry it in, but it's a notice that the weight would be different and the density would be different and everything.
Right. I mean, in case you haven't
because he'd know it was tough and glass. The only other reason would be is he's committed suicide. But as he said that he didn't want to let anyone out.
No,
it's not that. But that was the other strange bit because he said, "Don't let anyone in or out, otherwise the culprit will escape."
That's right, yeah.
Which means that it wouldn't be him; it'd be someone else. So I don't know, but it can only be him because obviously the master carpenter, would know that the master windfitter would glazier would notice a thickness difference between toughened glass and sugar glass.
Now, those of you who have noticed, Mishka is out on me at the moment. She's now unpicking my hair, aren't you? You were. Right, so that's what we think. What did you good people say?
Right, here we go. Got the other bit there? Nope. Nope.
Yeah, no, your sister's trying to get attention too.
Lolly Wayne, Holmes at the minute. All I'm thinking is the apprentice replaced the glass panel with sugar glass panel.
Yeah.
He knew what the master glazer would do after he had fitted it, as they'd done it numerous times before. And the why? Well, I guess to inherit the job as a master glazer. Think on it further. But yeah, so it's the why, isn't it? It's the why.
This is true.
Especially if he's only an apprentice, because he's not going to take over a master glazer job. Mel May, her husband's guess, the new glass was sugar glass, not reinforced. The apprentice was involved either by bringing the wrong piece of glass or deliberately swapping it.
You crying?
Angela, I haven't got a clue about it apart from thinking the apprentice done it by replacing the pane of glass. Yeah, that's it. So pretty well people are on the same sort of bit of, it's got to be replacing the glass on it.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's got to be the apprentice replacing the glass. Because as we said, the glazer would have noticed. As we go, what you got?
Right. I've got a couple of Catmas stories to tell you as well today. Right, clear-cut crime solution. This is outrageous, the apprentice shouted as the police officer handcuffed him and brought him over.
Yeah.
I'm innocent. Really? The manner in which you propelled your master into the life hereafter is what's truly outrageous, Holmes replied. We were only here to replace a glass panel, the young man shouted back, trying to free his bound hands. I'm not sure he can do that with handcuffs.
He's trying to. He's trying to get them off on it.
And so you did. But your master had no idea that you had swapped the new panel of normal glass for one made of sugar glass beforehand. It is used in the movies. For example, when someone is hurled through a barroom window, it does say barroom window.
Yeah.
It will be made of sugar glass.
Saloon, wouldn't it?
Sugar glass consists of water and sugar, which crystallises when it's boiled, forming a hard, translucent layer surprisingly similar to real glass. With your knowledge and skills, it was easy for you to make sugar glass. It breaks easily, so transporting it would have been most difficult part of your plan. You knew that the master always checked the quality of his work with his full body weight. Once you had fitted the panel, you could be sure that he would be first to stand on it, and when he did so, the sugar glass gave away as intended. A half-baked murder plot, seeing as the broken pieces of glass have no sharp edges. Even the most untalented police officers would have spotted that at once. Now they can concentrate on finding the motive for this malicious murder instead, because I have to see if the suit is available in this suit is available in a smaller size. Well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty much.
Yeah, he did it.
Who's an attention moo?
Wheel spin.
Who's an attention
Wheel
girly?
spin.
You did, didn't you? You've got the cutest little butt. Yeah, you have. Right. So yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
We like ones we can work out, but it would be nice to have a. Oh, Lolly Bean, I'm sorry, love. This doesn't look like it's one either.
Well, an anagram.
Coded or an anagram or anything. I've got a hamster ramp on my feet and I can't quite work out whether she's in the fleece or out of it. Right. So, Jesus and Mary is this one. Oh, there you are. And Victoria is up.
Jesus and Mary. The elderly pensioner, Mary Biggins, was sent for Holmes on a delicate matter. In the mood for an outing, Watson accompanied his friend to the London suburb of Whiteleaf. Mrs. Biggins' sprawling house was crammed full of old furniture and trinkets, which Holmes regarded with disdain. Over tea, he asked the lady to explain her problem. I have a terrible feeling that my son John, who is my sole heir, wants the house for himself. Every time he comes to visit me, he has been here 3 times in the recent past, after not visiting me for years. He asked me if I would not feel more comfortable in a nursing home. At first I thought nothing of it, but he has become so brash in the meantime, it's possibly disconcerting. I wonder if he wants to sell the house because he has money problems. I can't imagine him wanting to live in it himself. What would he do with such a big house? After all, he's been single for years, and he's a townie through and through. He restores furniture and spends most of his time in his workshop anyway. I'm very sorry, but I don't see how we can help, said Holmes, visibly disappointed that there wasn't an exciting case waiting for him. I can only advise you to live life as you please. With a polite farewell, he turned to leave. On his way out, Watson noticed a mural hanging in the entrance hall. Holmes, look at this. Do you recall that incident at the Christmas fair in the British Museum only a few days ago? A false alarm went off because of the original painting.
Hang on.
Jesus in the manger, said Miss Biggins. I bought that copy more than 50 years ago at a local jumble sale and always put it up at Christmas. I fetched it from the attic only yesterday. Mr. Holmes' eyes lit up. Once again, I'm delighted I brought you along, Watson. You've discovered a detail that will be crucial in solving Mrs. Biggins' problems. Yep, and I'm pretty sure I've got that as well. Debbie hasn't, because she's been playing with hamsters.
I've been playing. Look what I got.
He's a victor.
Isn't he gorgeous? In case you're wondering, Mishka is currently running around in Victoria's ball now because I only saw her ball afterwards and she was desperate to get in. It doesn't matter. They are neighbours. They try playing with the same toy Victor's got in his cage actually because he keeps trying to feed the lolly sticks through the bars that I gave. It was gorgeous. You're very cute, aren't you? Yeah.
But yes, so...
No, I will read that one through and give it a go.
We've got Debbie's question from yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Which was, do you like lists?
Do you like lists? No.
Would you make lists?
Do you make lists? Do you still write to Santa? Do you make lists for your birthday, Christmas? And
a lot of people have said that they haven't been writing them for their animals, but they think they're going to start doing it.
Would anybody?
So someone going to get their grandchildren to help them.
Present from Santa Paws.
Someone get their children or grandchildren to help them.
Look at the feet.
Some will get their children or grandchildren to help them. Other ones are going to do it themselves. Right. Fall Autumn loves lists. I just bought a Minnie Mouse to-do list. And she likes journaling as well. I want a pagan broomstick for Christmas.
Ooh.
As well. Fall Autumn.
I really wish you guys could send in pictures, but
there is no way of doing it.
There's no way of doing it on that.
No.
That is where YouTube does fail a little bit. Please don't drop us off.
Leanne Santa still lives in their house as well.
Good.
Lolly Wayne, she's the queen of lists. She loves making them. She makes her Christmas list in October, if not earlier.
To be fair, I've just got a list going. I just constantly add to it.
And families maybe in November. A list regularly looks like a child's written it. Because pot of vinyls, Care Bears, Builder Bears, 101 Dalmatians, Jelly Cat soft toys.
I've got quite a few Care Bears. Blah, blah. I've also got quite a few bits from the Get Along gang, if any of you remember that.
She thinks she makes a huge birthday list and thinks her birthday should be a national holiday. Debbie's is, because Debbie's lasts for a month.
Yeah. I recommend that to anybody. But the thing is, I've got it's got to be about three months worth of birthday to celebrate. Because we haven't been able to do anything.
No, last 2 years you haven't.
No.
So it's...
Yeah, so I'm adding a month on because I figure, interest.
Mel May also makes lists for Christmas and birthdays. Just a list kind of girl. And she's always pleasing Father Christmas. Not a commercial bit, but as a person who gives their time and energy to help others, not Christmas all year round.
You were a Cradle Bunny today as well, weren't you?
Angela's the same. She's got lists on all different ones like Amazon, Etsy, AliExpress, and she has to make a weekly to-do list or other stuff that she forget to do.
I don't know. I love that. The thing is, I don't know. I go through space because there's very little I can do. I can order a weekly shop. Now, every now and again, I make a bit of a faux pas on it. And honestly, it's so depressing when I do, because you think by now I'd be ready. Anyway, I will do my question first in case there are people that are not interested in the cat stories, but I will tell you they're not. Why am I getting my phone?
I don't know.
They're not. No, we're not
And
phoning
tablets.
Nonna yet. They're not going to take an awful long time to go through, but I figure that you'll want the question first. Yeah, you say please. Are you? It's day 17, isn't it?
Yep.
I want to know your favourite Christmas drinks. You can have, say, one alcoholic one and one non-alcoholic. In my case, my alcoholic one would be Baileys on ice, but I'm not allowed to drink it anymore. And my favourite non-alcoholic one, well, that's hot chocolate, isn't it? Let's face facts here.
Don't know.
So you could have a hot one, and you could have a
Sure
cold
it's not
one.
Diet Coke?
Diet Coke is my go-to every year.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
That sorted out my IBS better than anything else ever did. So yeah. You snuzzling tissues now.
Favourite alcoholic? Don't know. I haven't drunk alcohol for years because Debbie can't, so I haven't bothered. Probably a whole goblin.
Yeah, you used to like those, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You make your bed.
Non-alcoholic one. In the summer, a nice cold 7-Up. In the winter, nice cup of tea.
Fair enough. I must admit, we both feel like it when it's really hot outside and you've got a 7-Up. It makes us feel like we're on holiday.
Yeah.
And anything that makes us feel like we're on holiday.
It reminds me of when I was younger.
When
we used to go abroad with Mum and Dad. They didn't have lemonade over there. They only had 7-Up and Sprite. So it always reminds me of being abroad in Europe. I mean, so
I like 7-Up Fanta actually. But I mean, Lilt. I used to love
Fanta.
Lilt, but Diet Lilt doesn't taste the same. It seems harsher, or whether or not
7-Up Fanta.
Things changing.
Are they?
Right. 7-Up Fanta.
They're two different items.
They are, aren't they? I meant lemon Fanta.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'll say 7-Up and Fanta are two different drinks.
You don't care, do you? You gave me a kiss because you don't care. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so basically it's all about the drinkies today.
Yeah. Hey.
So, right, my 2 Christmas cat stories, and they're not very long. Sorry, I keep removing poo. Basically, a friend I used to work with, she lost her mum. It was, I can't think what time of the year it was, but for about a month she was really tearful at work, things like that. She went to visit her mum's grave, and there was a little grey kitten on there, and nobody around or anything like that. Bedraggled, the poor little thing. And she took her home, did all the usual checks of whether she'd been shipped or anything. There was nothing. And she called her Peach, which is what she used to call her mum. And honestly, I think that kitten really did help her through one of the worst times in her life. The other one is a lot happier. You heard me mentioning about Ozzy, Mum's cat. I loved him. Beautiful, absolutely huge. And basically, how can I put this? When we go over to Mum and Dad's for Christmas, Darren picks up his mum as well. Well, for ease, he dropped me off at Mum and Dad's first with the presents and then went to get his mum. Oh, so normally, you see, Ozzy would go and sit at the table, meow until you give him his presents in front of him, and then he would choose which present he wanted to open first. Well, this year was the first year I'd actually bought something a bit different. I got the most enormous fish, and we filled it with catnip.
I filled it.
Yeah.
It was there was a tub about that big.
And
oh, there's somebody at the door.
Somebody else.
Oh.
Hang on. There you go. I don't mind you pooing, darling. I just want to remove it, though. Whoop, whoop.
Alright, oh, that was Cures and Curses. So that one will be coming up soon.
Ooh.
Probably not today.
No. No, as I was saying, got this massive fish. And Darren filled it with catnip.
With a pot. It was.
And we always wrapped Ozzy's presents up. I mean, honestly, we used to spend a lot of money on Ozzy and the hamsters anyway. But they just look so happy when they get things. And he always looked at all his presents like a good boy and took interest in that. And you stop sucking my finger, please. Ow. Anyway, so we were waiting. His presents were all in a Sainsbury's bag. So I'd sat down on the seat opposite Mum and Dad, and his bag of presents was beside me because we always did his presents first anyway. But we were waiting for Darren because we were really excited to see. But anyway, I was nattering to Mum and Dad quite merrily. And the next thing, out of the corner of our eye, or out the corner of my eye, I see this paper come flying. I tell you, without a word of a lie, he'd been quiet as anything. He'd got in the Sainsbury's bag, where all his presents were, including this big smelly fish sort of thing. And
ripped the paper, but
he ripped the paper. It was coming out in shreds out of the bag. I was laughing so hard I couldn't actually do anything about it, and I figured, you know. Anyway, Mum and Dad were killing themselves laughing. So, when Darren walked in, about 5 minutes later, there was Ozzy pretty much knocked out with catnip on the floor with the fish in his hands, because not only had he taken the wrapping paper off, he got it out of the bag it was in.
Yeah.
Not just the Sainsbury's bag, the plastic bag sort of thing.
Yeah, it came in a plastic bag.
And he'd taken it all off, came out, and he was literally collapsed on the floor. And honestly, that fish was his favourite toy. It's the best thing we ever bought him.
Actually, someone said about they did that, didn't they? They put...
One of Mum's old cats, Murphy, we'd come down in the morning and he'd have surrounded with catnip toys. Is that the one?
No. Someone was saying that they put catnip all over the
the wrapping.
All over the wrapping paper, so they're ripping to pieces.
I think that was Lollyween, wasn't it? I think it's a blooming great idea. No, I would love to have a cat, but it's just not fair. As I say, all the time we're in the flat, I just, I can't get out, and admittedly that would mean that I'm home all the time. But I mean, it's, I don't know. But no, as I say, each to their own, but I don't, it wouldn't. And we have the hammies, which is not a second best thing at all, I might add.
No, they're better.
They're not better, they're not worse, they're just perfect, aren't they? But I mean, my mum's first cat, Ben, he was massive, black cat actually, but he chased an Alsatian up the road. Poor owner. And yeah, we'd had lots of cats. So, well, say lots. I mean, Sabina was my soulmate, bless her. She was part of my heart, wasn't she? Yeah. But no, I mean, I always feel blessed when they love you and trust you the way they do. you know, it's not something you should just scope over. You've got some little being here that trusts you impeccably.
Yeah.
You know, but no, anyway, so there's some happy, slightly sad and quirky and funny stories for you. Either way. But yeah. So remember, people, we want to know your favourite drinky poos.
Yep.
Or drinky poos is.
Yeah.
In it.
Yep.
In it.
It's all right. Have a good one.
Bye. Be different. Be safe.